Today was the second week, first day of Candito 6 week, and today I had programmed 300 for max reps 10, which means as many reps as possible but no more than 10. And so I warmed up, was feeling good. When I went for the 300 set, I got 10. Then I racked it because it said no more than 10. I think I had a few more in me, but it's what the program said, and so I racked it. And then there's extra volume sets where you add 5 pounds and you do 5 sets of 3 of squats with 60 seconds rest in between each set. So I did 305 for 5x3 with 60-second rest, and I can say this gassed me pretty well, but I hit them all pretty good, and I'm really liking how the setup is so far. And then after that, it had a deadlift variation for a 3x8 and no weight set. So I chose sumo deficit pulls, and it's the first time I ever did it, or I've ever done them. And I chose 265, and I decided to do it beltless. I got the first 2 sets pretty good, and then by the third I was pretty fried, and I got 7 reps, and then got almost to the lockout on the 8th, but couldn't get the lockout, which tells me that I went a little too heavy on the variation. And then after that there was 2 optionals, and I just did calf raise for 3x12, and then I left. And overall it was a really good workout, I think. I'm excited to see where it takes me. Enjoy.
Class lined up, girls lined up, guys lined up. I said I'll drop the mixtape, and it sounded like an album. Drop the mixtape, and it sounded like an album. Girls up in the front row, let me see your hands up. They be rocking crew cuts, I ain't talking about no haircut. They'd rather pull my pants off, so I tell them go commando. She calling me a god, oh father, that's Marlon Brando. These girls hit you like catfish, girls hit me like Katniss. They fall in love with this rap shit, and I go to bed when I tap this. Woo! That's madness, trick, I don't know no magic, but everything I do is crack. Call my album Chap Lips. Shh, you Chaplin, don't speak when I'm rapping. You hang around like fashion, but I look good. Dat piff, I'm about to get it that big. Mob deep like Havoc. You so out of this world, I don't even know the planet. I said I've been around the globe for a century, and I'ma get to you eventually, cause I'ma take you where you're meant to be. Where you're meant to be, where you're meant to be is right next to me. So don't go in a hurry, you already know. Don't you worry, I'ma take you where you're meant to be. Where you're meant to be, where you're meant to be is right next to me. The reunion. Class lined up, girls lined up, guys lined up. I said I'll drop the mixtape, and it sounded like an album. Drop the mixtape, and it sounded like an album. Girls that fuck with Lupe, girls that look like Lana, come back to the telly and take shots at the Ramada. I'm Morrison like I'm Jamie, you Morissette like Alana. That make us the perfect couple, let's make a couple Madonnas. Got no problem with coppers, less they doing their job. I'm way too pretty for prison, I'm begging you, oh your honor, just let me play my position. Chris Paul, you could never guard us. Other rappers are sweating, I tell them to hit the sauna, pointing in my reflection, but I don't need protection. Got a gang of wild bitches, they loving my whole inflection. Only move in one direction, no Harry, no Niles. I just gon' bury your style, you could get used to being rejected. I said I've been around the globe for a century, and I'ma get to you eventually, cause I'ma take you where you're meant to be. Where you're meant to be, where you're meant to be is right next to me. So don't go in a hurry, you already know. Don't you worry, I'ma take you where you're meant to be. Where you're meant to be, where you're meant to be is right next to me. The reunion. Class lined up, girls lined up, guys lined up. I said I'll drop the mixtape, and it sounded like an album. Drop the mixtape, and it sounded like an album. Girls who love to study, girls with bad attendance, both after my money, and they only trying to spend it. Said your favorite rappers who? I don't even get offended. We ain't on the same page. Jack Donaghy to yo Kenneth. Okay, well let's pretend it. I'm ballin' like Andy Pettit. If I keep it independent, I'm about to cop me a pennant, and I only